Hey YouTube friends, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm here to talk to you about one of my favorite topics, Thousand Trails memberships. And in particular, I'm here to talk to you about the differences between the current new membership offerings from Thousand Trails. If you've had a chance to look on the Thousand Trails website, you've probably seen that there are 3 current enhanced memberships: Journey, Explore, and Adventure. You may have also had a chance to explore some of the differences between those, but if you haven't, don't worry. I'm going to tell you the differences, but I'm going to tell you the more important thing, why they matter. Because if you don't pick the right membership for you, you'll do one of 2 things. You'll either spend way too much money, or you'll buy a membership that doesn't actually meet your needs and that you'll be pretty miserable with. Hey, you'll want to hang around to the end of the video to hear some of the most important factors for your decision. Let's get into it. So if you're new to Thousand Trails, you're probably wondering, what is Thousand Trails? Great question. Thousand Trails is a membership camping program whereby with one monthly fee, you get to camp at hundreds of campgrounds across the country. For your Journey, Explore, and Adventure memberships, the camping network can be divided into 2 main categories. The first is the core Thousand Trails parks. Those are about 80 parks spread throughout the country. The second group of parks are the Trails Collection parks. The Trails Collection parks, which some people refer to as the Encore parks, are the additional 120 campgrounds spread throughout the country that are part of the Trails Collection. It is important to keep the distinction between the Thousand Trails parks, those 80 core parks, and the additional 120 parks that are part of the Trails Collection in mind, particularly when we discuss the Adventure membership and Trails Collection Plus. But for now, just know that there's a distinction. File that in your memory banks, and let's get on to the main differences between the Journey, Explore, and Adventure memberships. The first major difference you'll notice is the booking window. A Journey gets a 120-day booking window, an Explorer gets a 150-day booking window, and an Adventure has a 180-day booking window at Thousand Trails parks. You may be saying, Ty, who cares? I'm never going to book my stuff 6 months in advance. And if that's you, I completely understand. But hear me out and understand all the reasons it's important. The primary reason it's important is that some Thousand Trails parks are in ultra high demand. That means that they sell out fairly quickly. As you can imagine, those folks booking up their 180 days are most likely to get sites there. And while they may not sell out, you may run into some additional issues. So for example, many sites within the Thousand Trail networks are not full hookup. They're either 30 amp or 30 amp water and electric only. So not all sites are full hookup. When you book your reservation, you often get the choice of the sites available, including things like Member Deluxe that are usually 50 amp full hookups. So if having 50 amp full hookup sites is important to you, the earlier you can book, the more likely you are to get one of those sites. Additionally, the more in demand the park is, the harder it is to get the full 21-day stay. Journey, Explore, and Adventure are all entitled to 21-day stays at Thousand Trails parks. If you're picking a park that's in high demand, it may be more difficult to get that 21-day stay if you're only booking 120 days out. Adventure members, on the other hand, are going to find it fairly easy to get a full 21-day stay. The longer your booking window, the easier it is to get the 21-day stay. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible. It's certainly possible with a Journey membership and only a 120-day booking window. But you may also have to move sites a few times during your stay and other sort of inconveniences that come with not having the same site. And while that may not always be the case, it's just something to be aware of. Difference number 2, extension weeks. This is one of the topics that rarely ever gets discussed, but I think is one of the most overlooked benefits of some of the higher end memberships. As I mentioned earlier, Journey, Explore, and Adventure are all entitled to 21-day stays at Thousand Trails parks. However, let's say you might want to stay a little longer and extend your stay to 28 days. Journey and Explore memberships get 2 extension weeks per year at non-high use parks. Adventure gets 4 at non-high use parks and 2 at high use parks. So, 6 times a year, an Adventure member can take their stay and extend it from 21 days to 28 days. Those stays cost $29 for non-high use and $99 for high use. Not a bad deal when you consider the cost of moving. At first, this may not be an important benefit, particularly if you're not full-time and you're only an occasional RVer. But for those of us that are full-time, this can have huge benefits. It can save us a ton of money on moving expense because of the ever-rising cost of diesel. But it also has the benefit if you find a park you love, you can stay. My perfect example is Verde Valley. I stayed 21 days at Verde Valley this past January, and unfortunately I couldn't use my extension week because the park was full. However, you can bet your sweet bottom dollar that next year I'll be booking my full 28 days during the winter because it was just a lovely park. Those extension weeks have absolutely come in handy, and I absolutely love being able to utilize them. Hey, real quick, are you thinking about joining Thousand Trails? If you are, do me a favor. Use my referral link that's in the description in the comments and fill out my Google form. That'll put you in touch with a membership specialist I trust and who I have personally vetted. This free, no obligation consultation will allow you to talk with an experienced membership specialist who will get you the perfect membership for you with no pressure, no hassle, and if you do decide to buy, we can usually save you hundreds of dollars off the Thousand Trails website price and you benefit the blog. You save money and you help the blog. Please use that referral link in the comments. On with the video. Difference number 3, holiday reservations. Thousand Trails recognizes 3 holidays: Memorial Day, 4th of July, and Labor Day. As a adventure member, you're allowed to have 2. Now at first you may say, Ty, who cares? Let me explain to you why that's important. Let's say you decide to book a stay over Memorial Day. If you're a Journey member, that means that you cannot book any of your holidays past Memorial Day until you check in for your Memorial Day reservation, which means for 4th of July, you will now only have an effective 30-day booking window. What do you think the probability of getting a prime campground or almost any campground on 4th of July weekend is with 30 days notice? I'm going to give you a hint, not real good. If you have 2, then you're going to have a 60-day booking window. Again, you don't have the best shot, but you've got a fairly good shot, particularly if you're a little bit flexible about where you go. As we all know, RV parks love to charge a ton of money for holiday reservations. This perk alone can save you hundreds and hundreds of dollars and may make the upgrade worth it. By being able to have 2 sequential holiday reservations, you greatly enhance your booking window and have a much better probability of being able to stay in Thousand Trails or Trails Collection parks on holidays. If you're full-time, this may make a huge difference, and quite frankly, if you're just a summer camper, this also may make a huge difference. Hey, real quick, are you enjoying this video? If you are, please hit the like and subscribe button, turn on notifications, and drop me a line in the comments. Let me know why you're thinking of joining Thousand Trails. On with the video. Difference number 4, and one of the most important and misunderstood differences of the entire membership landscape: Trails Collection Plus. Oh man, Trails Collection Plus is what makes the adventure membership cost so much more money than the other 2. So you're asking yourself, what is Trails Collection Plus? Do you remember when I told you that there were 2 networks, the Thousand Trails Network and the Trails Collection Network? With the Trails Collection Network, Trails Collection Plus gives you 3 main benefits. First, with Trails Collection Plus, which is only on the adventure membership, you get a 90-day booking window instead of a 60-day booking window at Trails Collection parks. Number 2, only adventure members can stay 21 days at Trails Collection parks, whereas Journey and Explorer can only stay 14. And number 3, and the biggest difference, is that only adventure members can go park to park at Trails Collection parks. Wait, I just threw out a new term for you. You're probably wondering what that means. So park to park is the ability to go from one park to the next. All memberships, Journey, Explorer, and Adventure, can go park to park at a Thousand Trails park, i.e. they can go Thousand Trails to Thousand Trails. All members can go Thousand Trails to Trails Collection. All members can go Trails Collection to Thousand Trails. What only Adventure can do is go Trails Collection to Trails Collection. Again, you're probably saying, Ty, this is all Greek. What does this matter? Let me tell you why and give you the best use case. Florida in the winter. I'm pulling up a map of the parks in Florida. I want you to notice one thing immediately. There looks like there's a whole bunch of parks in the state of Florida. However, only 3 of those parks are Thousand Trails parks. To make matters even more complicated, those 3 Thousand Trails parks are designated high-use parks from December 15th to April 15th. That has 2 implications. 1, no matter what membership level you have, Journey, Explorer, or Adventure, you are only allowed 2 high-use reservations at a time. Number 2, you can only stay at those high-use parks during high-use periods for 14 days, no matter what level membership you have. Do you already see the immediate problem? You're only allowed 2 reservations. You can't make the next Thousand Trails reservation until you check in. If you can't go Trails Collection to Trails Collection, it is near impossible to go to Florida during the winter and stay in network. The ability to go park to park in Trails Collection is your absolute saving grace as to how you can do Florida during the winter without having to leave the network. I am not saying that you cannot do Florida in the winter with a Journey and Explorer membership. You can. But a couple things are going to happen. First, you're going to have to be a lot more flexible than an adventure member. 2, your probability of having to spend some time outside the network and therefore pay the exorbitantly high Florida weekly winter rates at other RV parks is substantially higher with a Journey or an Explorer membership. And 3, just to be real honest, you're probably going to spend a lot of time on the phone with Thousand Trails customer service reps, so much so that you're going to be on a first name basis with them because you're going to be trying to go park to park, here to there, and you're going to be calling daily to check to see if there's openings. If you want to avoid all that, or at least minimize it, Adventure membership is the way to go because only Adventure can go park to park at Trails Collection parks. That difference alone is why Adventure is so expensive. This also holds true for New England during the summer, the Pacific Northwest during the summer, or Arizona during the winter. Anywhere that's in particular high demand, Adventure starts to be your better and better option because of your ability to go park to park at Trails Collection, and that 180-day booking window becomes absolutely key, particularly for securing the better sites. Difference number 5, travel credits. When I first joined Thousand Trails, travel credits and non-RV travel was not at all on my radar. However, the more I've learned about Thousand Trails, the more I've realized that this can be a real benefit for some folks. What is it? Well, with both the Explorer and the Adventure, you get travel credits outside the Thousand Trails network for non-RV related travel. These can be things like condos in Scottsdale. Adventure gets a whopping $500 a year, which can really offset the expense of an Adventure membership. Explorer gets some travel credits as well. Unfortunately, Journey gets a goose egg, 0. So for some people, the upgrade to Explorer over Journey is worth it just to get those travel credits because the travel credits basically make up the cost difference. If you think you're going to do some non-RV travel, Explorer may be an option for you. The other advantage of the Explorer and Adventure memberships is family cabin use. For $60 a night, your family can stay in a cabin at the campground and join you for up to a week of camping. This can be great for family adventures together, particularly if you're bringing in some extended family or some grown kids who want to stay in a cabin and you just really don't want them in your RV. The money you'll save will again make up for the cost difference between the Journey and Explorer, and I think that's one of the most misunderstood benefits of the Explorer membership is the travel credits and the family cabin benefits. So which membership is right for you? Let me tell you my shorthand. A Journey is a great membership if you camp frequently, but not necessarily full-time. A Journey can also be a great membership for a full-timer if you're more flexible, are okay with shorter stays, or are not chasing high-demand parks at high peak times. I had a Journey when I first started and I absolutely loved it. However, I tended to have shorter stays of 4 to 5 days. I wasn't particularly caring which park I got into, as long as the park in the general facility of where I wanted to go. And I usually maxed out my booking window and sort of booked my travel around when I wanted to go to Thousand Trails parks. And Explorer is a great option if you're either full-time or you're part-time and still camp regularly. The Explorer option is a great option for folks who engage in non-RV travel and will actually take advantage of those non-RV travel related benefits. You get the 150-day booking window and you're basically paying for it with the travel credits you get from the Explorer membership. Adventure is the Mac Daddy membership, and I'm going to be real candid with you. I upgraded to an Adventure membership about 6 months ago and I'm so glad I did so. I absolutely love my Adventure. I love the fact that I can book out 180 days. I've gotten addicted to full hookup sites. I've started staying my full 21 days and I've actually used my extension weeks. I love having that flexibility and I love having those booking windows. I was in Florida for a little bit of winter and man oh man was my life so much easier because I had an Adventure membership. The truth is, most full-timers might start with a Journey or Explorer, but if they do even 2 weeks in Florida, within 2 weeks they'll be in the membership specialist office asking to upgrade to Adventure. So why not start there if you're full-time planning to do a high-use area during a peak time? That's not a sales pitch, that's just reality. If you want to go deeper in these topics, check out the video description or the comments below where I've linked to my website and I have articles on how to maximize your Thousand Trails benefits, some other factors for you to consider on which membership is right for you, Journey, Explorer, Adventure, or watch my video here that will help you decide whether you should buy a Journey, Explorer, or Adventure by looking at some soft factors like how organized you are and how many of these benefits you'll actually use. And as always, if you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button, turn on notifications, drop me that line in the comments. Let me know why you're thinking of joining Thousand Trails. Thanks for watching. Take care.